No, it is emergency preparedness. Prepare. I told you last time that word is prepare. Prepare.
Emergency.
Yes. Preparedness plan. EPP.
Preparedness.
Yes. Plan. Good.
Plan.
So, tell me, what kind of emergency are you preparing?
Okay.
Yes.
For this, first we say preparedness. We had 4 crises.
Crisis.
Four crises.
Okay.
We had 4 crises.
Okay.
The first crisis was food security and nutritional. Food and security.
Yes.
Food and nutrition and security crisis.
Crisis. Yes.
Crisis. Food and nutrition. Crisis.
Yes.
Crisis. The second was sanitation crisis.
Okay.
The third was conflict crisis.
Okay.
And the last was climatic change.
No, climate change. Changement climatique. Climate change. Yes.
Climate change. So for this 4 crises,
yes,
we make the response plan.
Okay.
The response plan, and we make an emergent team.
An emergency team.
Yes.
Okay, emergency.
Yes, we make an emergent team.
Okay.
Where I am the lead.
So you have an emergency team in your organization.
Yes.
And you are the lead.
Yes, I am the lead.
Okay. Which means yes.
Now we covered the conflict. The conflict. Now we covered the refugee from Cameroon. During
during the crisis between Muslim and Arab.
Yes. We manage this crisis on Chad territory.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so on the in Chad. So when the crisis started in Cameroon, refugees came to Chad.
Yes.
And so you are managing the crisis now.
Yes, I'm managing the crisis now for the health sector and water sector, health nutrition sector, and wash sector. Yes.
So you talked about 4 crises: climatic change. You have food and nutrition, security. You have so let us take like food and nutrition.
Yes.
It's a normal problem, doctor, for us in Africa. We always have appetite, but we don't have enough food.
No, effectively, it is normal in Africa.
Yes.
But for the refugees context, it is different because refugee not something to buy food or to have a care, to have a water. So our organization support this.
So refugees don't have access or the means. They don't have the means to take care of their basic needs. To take care of their basic needs, leurs besoins élémentaires.
Basic needs.
Like food, water, maybe even housing, logement. Yes. Okay. Yes. So what is the difference between the emergency plan and your daily activities?
Okay. For the emergency plan, yes, because the normal activity, for our normal activity,
yes,
we have the condition. We have the condition to follow the case of morbidity.
Okay.
But in emergency,
yes,
it is the new context, and the number of needed augmented
increase.
Yes, they need increase. The number of needed increase. Yes.
So emergency, yes, emergency is emergency here, emergency, the EPP is to take care of unusual situations. Unusual situation means des situations donc, qui ne sont pas inhabituelles. Voilà.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So, with such a plan, is there a budget for it ready to be used, or when there is an emergency, you go into the normal budget and look for funding and look for money to take care of the emergency, or every year your organization allocates a budget?
No, for emergency context, we have the donor, the particular donor for emergency context, who can't give us money on 3 days.
Okay.
Because on 3 days, or if I finish, we finish the fundraising proposal, and we can't have money in 3 days. But for the normal context, for the normal situation, we wait money for 3 years, 3 months, or 6 or 4 months before to give the before to have the agreement of the donor.
Okay. Which means that emergency, look at what I wrote there. It is in 3 days, en 3 jours. In 3 days. In 3 days.
3 days. Okay.
But
in 3 days.
Another word is at short notice. At short notice means that, like now, we were not planning to have a Zoom session this evening. But at short notice, we decided to have one. So a very short time.
Yeah.
So you need just to inform your special donors.
Yes.
About the emergency, and at short notice, they will provide the funds.
Yes.
Okay, that is great. So, Dr. Goita, please let us go step by step with this EPP. Who are the other members of the team that you lead? Who are the other members?
The other members.
Yes.
After me, we have 35 members.
35, transcend?
Yes, 35 members.
Okay.
And on the 35 members, we have the human resources.
Yes, human resources. Human resources.
Human resources.
Yes.
Human resources. You have the supply chain. Supply chain member.
Okay, members. Yes.
Members. Supply chain member. We have finance member.
Okay.
We have a health member.
Health.
We have health.
Yes. Member, not member. Member. Yes.
Member.
Yes.
Health member, nutrition member.
Yes.
Economic and development recovery member.
Okay.
We have 2 women protection member. Member.
Good. Yes, doctor.
We have IT member.
Yes.
IT member. We have 2 the accountability member.
No, accounting.
Accountability, redevability, accountability member.
Okay, accountability.
Yes, accountability member.
Wait, in French, what is accountability, doctor?
Accountability, c'est un truc de redevabilité, un personnel de redevabilité.
Quel est son rôle?
Son rôle, c'est de voir, c'est de vérifier est-ce que nos actions sont en train de toucher les bénéficiaires. Est-ce que tout ce que nous voyons va à l'endroit des bénéficiaires?
Okay, so it is accountability.
Accountability.
Good. Accountability.
Member.
Yes.
And measurement member.
Measurement.
Member.
Okay.
Yes. It is finished.
Good. So these 35 members plus you make up 36 members of the emergency preparedness plan.
Yes.
Now, where is government of Chad? Because this emergency, the government of Chad also should have an emergency plan in every department.
Yes.
So do you mean that, for example, when the Arab Shua and Muslim conflict erupted and then Cameroonians came into Chad, do you mean that the government of Chad did nothing?
Yes, now the crisis of Cameroon is only supported by the different organizations.
Yes.
The government the government have the role of coordination. Just he coordinate with the organization, the implementation. That is not have something the possibility to support a crisis.
The government doesn't have the means. Africa, the government doesn't have the means. The gouvernement n'a pas les moyens. So they can help in logistics. Logistics like security, for example. Okay. So, Doctor, let us stop there and try to look at these words that we have to pronounce well. The first word there is resources, human resources, the resources human, human resources.
Human resource.
No, there is S there, human resources, the resources human, human resources.
Human resources, yeah.
Then supply chain.
Supply chain.
Member. Membership. Accountability. No, finance. So you can also hear finance, but it is good when you are speaking English to use the word finance.
Right.
Good, finances. Then accountability, not accountability. Measurement. Organization. Good. So please let us now take. We are now in June. So you told me in your audio that every 6 months you have to review the plan. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello? Yeah?
Yes, you told me in the audio you sent on WhatsApp that you have every 6 months, you and your team have to review the emergency preparedness plan. Okay. So my question is this.
Yes.
What does the review process consist of? What do you do? Because you already have a plan for each of the 4 crises. Yes.
Okay. The revision, during the revision, we adjust the context with the number of the new case. We adjust during the adjustment. We look if we can't continue with activity, or we can't remove. And we can't we confirm it. We confirm to the number as is if the number is exact or not exact.
We confirm
the number.
Okay.
we
Okay.
follow the progression, the progression of the case, the cas.
Okay, the cases, the cases.
Cases.
Yes.
We follow the progression of the cases and adjust again.
Adjust
and adjust again the context.
Okay.
The context, the cases definition, and we adjust the protocol, the protocol the different protocol.
Okay, the different protocols.
Yes.
Okay. And right now, how long does it take for an for the your team to carry out the annual adjustment? That's every 6 months.
Can you please again?
Yes, I'm talking about the adjustment period.
Yes.
The review, the review of the plan. How long does it take? How long? How many days? How many weeks?
Okay. Generally, we during 2 days.
Okay, so you spend 2 days
Yes,
every 6 months to work on the EPP.
Okay, every 2 days, every 6 months.
Okay.
We revise.
Yes, revise. Thank you, doctor.
Revise our EPP plan.
Okay. Now, does it mean that all the 36 members live in Jamena? They work in Jamena?
The statistic?
The 36, you plus the other 35 members of the team. Do you live, do all of you live in Jamena, so that if you have like...
No.
So how do you work? Do you work physically or telework?
During this session, we invited all.
Okay, you invite
all in Jamena for 2 days.
Okay.
After the session, after the session, they return
to their stations,
to them session on our.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Yeah, so for this season, for June, the review plan.
Yes.
Yes, for June. When did you begin the review and when did it end? Did it end today or you still have to continue tomorrow?
We start tomorrow and we finish Friday after tomorrow. Yes.
Okay, so wait, as the head, you were still planning. What you did today was to plan the review, the revision.
Yes.
And then now, when the others will come, you will begin the review tomorrow.
Yes, we begin the review tomorrow because for today, I must follow the location, the meeting room, location meeting room for the meeting room rental for with supply chain.
With supply chain.
Supply chain, with our supply chain, and follow the travel of member of the different member with the supply chain.
Okay.
Supply chain, and look for the agreement of the the different presentation of our regional director of emergency.
Okay, so there is a regional director for emergency.
Yes.
That person coordinates how many countries?
We have one coordinator per country.
Okay.
Yes.
So in Chad, who is the coordinator? No, it is not you.
In Chad, I am a coordinator of emergency.
Okay.
In Chad, I have two responsibilities. I am a coordinator of primary health and primary health care.
Primary
yes. Health care, and emergency coordinator.
Okay. So then emergency, not emergency, emergency.
Emergency.
Good. So no problem, doctor. I now have a clear idea of what you are doing there. Yeah. And yes, my last question is this. When you do the review, what do you do after that with the presentation, with the report? What do you do?
If you we have a planning for our presentation.
Okay.
Well, at first we present our experience for EPP for our EPP. We experience our EPP. Okay. In there we present the different crises covered by EPP. The number of people targeted.
Okay.
And amount using.
Money. Yes.
Yes, amount using. And after we devise the participant and four group.
Okay, into groups. Okay.
And the different group go to whatever.
Okay.
Whatever. And go to whatever on the different crises.
Yes.
The crises for sanitation crisis.
Yes.
Climate change.
Yes.
Climate change.
Yes.
And conflict crisis. So after the work in group, you go to present and go to present behind. You go to present behind the group.
Yes.
The group, and we validate.
We validate.
Yes. We validate the information, the the presentation. After this, yes, after this, we defined, we target the indicator, indicator for follow each crisis.
Okay.
Okay. After we define, define. Yeah. We define the next action.
Yes. So, which means that in January, you had an emergency plan for the whole year.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And then 6 months later, the review is to see what you have done.
Yes.
What the current situation now, the situation now is.
Yes.
And what you need to do.
Yes.
To solve those problems. Okay, now I understand clearly. And yes, and then when you have all of this, if you need more funds, you can write a proposal.
Yes.
Okay.
No. Now we don't write a proposal because we have a particular donor for the conflict situation.
Okay.
We follow the indicator of crisis because the indicator during the session we define the indicator to follow the different crises, les indicateurs d'alerte.
Okay, yes, alert indicators.
Voilà, alert indicator. We define the different alert indicator that we follow. If you constat,
if you notice.
Well, if you notice,
yes.
Well, if you notice if you notice we can't take action. Well, and this time we wrote a synthetic recherche de fonds là, j'ai oublié, un synthétique proposal, fundraising proposal.
Okay.
To the donor. Yes.
Good, Doctor. Thanks very much for giving me this evening the idea for this session. The idea was for us to talk about EPP.
EPP, yes.
Yes, and Doctor, we have a lot of work to do in terms of pronunciation. And that is what we are going to do. Let us look at these words. You see all those words, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. About 30 words that we need to work hard on to pronounce.
Okay.
So that word, the first one, Doctor, is not prepare. It's prepare.
Prepare, okay.
Prepare, crisis, la crise, crisis.
Crisis.
Then this word is not secure or security. It's security.
Security.
Good, security. Then the one that you see there is second, not good, like in French, second. Second.
Second.
Climate change, not climate change. No, that climate change.
Climate change.
So changement climatique is climate change.
Climate change.
Emergency. Urgence, emergency plan.
Emergency plan.
Human resources. Human resources.
Human resources.
Good. Then supply chain.
Human resources.
Supply chain.
Supply chain.
Good. So not su. Supply.
Supply chain.
Good. And then membership.
Membership.
Finance.
Finance.
Accountability.
Accountability. Accountability.
No, not account.
Accountability.
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 Measurements.
Measurement.
Organize. Organization.
Organize. Organization.
Adjust. Adjustment.
Adjust. Adjustment.
Confirm. Confirmation.
Confirm. Confirmation.
Cases. Les cas. Cases.
Cases.
Then this word is not rank. EN in English is rent. Rental.
Rent. Rental. Okay.
Good.
Rental.
Then this word is not coordinator. It's coordinator.
Coordinator.
Primary, doctor, primary.
Primary. Coordinator. Primary.
Responsible.
Responsible.
In French is responsable. In English is responsible.
Responsible.
Emergency.
Emergency.
No, not emergency. Emergency.
Emergency. Emergency.
Amount.
Amount.
Participants.
Participant.
No, not participants.
Participant.
Indicators.
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 Défini in English is define.
Define.
Then
Define.
notice. Go notice is rendre compte ou découvrir notice.
Notice. Okay.
Good, doctor. Let me send this video online. And then, yes, tomorrow is Thursday. Friday, you finish with your review, and then you get back to me. We can continue. Problem. Yes, no thanks problem. Very much, doctor. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
I know you are tired. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.